Hello, hello, happy Thursday. It's Thursday where I am. Thursday evening. Back for some more Wandersong. Josh, welcome. How's it going? Welcome in, welcome in. I was doing some ASMR talking. Thanks for coming by. Always good to see you. That Planet of Lana game was really cool. I enjoyed watching you play that. For anybody here, it's going great. Can't wait to watch some Wandersong. Everybody here, I don't know who all is here, but YouTube in the future, check out Josh Plays Terrible Games. It's always a good time. I laugh a lot. Yeah, and he's playing this game called Planet of Lana, which I thought, and you thought, I think you were at the end today, but it keeps on going. But it's a beautiful game from what I've seen of it, like a side-scrolling adventure puzzle. There's a cat creature in it. Good music, really great. Yeah, beautiful music, really cool art. So, and I think the story's good from what I've seen of it so far. Anyway, yeah, we're here from our Wandersong. I think we are pretty far into the game. Yeah, this must be the last section. Yeah, that desert area where you got to. I don't think that's a spoiler. This last area you've gotten to. But you're going to probably finish it tomorrow, I think, so that'll be cool. I was talking with my brother about doing, having both of us on stream tomorrow and playing one of our favorite old adventure games. It's called Titanic Adventure Out of Time. It was released when everybody was obsessed with Titanic, including myself. And you play as this British spy who, in World War II, and they get sent back in time onto the Titanic and they can change the course of history. I haven't played it since I was a kid. Apparently my wife is off tomorrow, so I don't know if I'm going to stream yet. If not, definitely finish it Monday. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, my brother's off tomorrow too, so I was like, is that a new thing? Because usually I always just had Monday off if I got a day off. But yeah, I'm gonna snooze this ad. I just added this ad manager thing to my Twitch thing. I kept logging into Twitch and it's like, you need to add this and you need to add this, and I was like, okay, Twitch, calm down, because people are like, oh, I have an ad, and I was like, oh, I don't know about that, and now I do. It's like I'm the Wizard of Oz. Anyway, we left off. We're in the city of witches. It's one of there's two warring kingdoms in this area we're in, and this one kingdom is full of witches. And we're trying to get to the queen to let her know her daughter has passed away. And we just talked to her sister, so there's different songs we can sing that allow us to do different things in the game. And one of them allows us to walk on walls. One of them allows us to... I feel like if I jump off... Wait, there's still a... Ooh. Wait, what was that? Is that right? Yeah, that's the right? Okay, so apparently there's nothing we can walk on here. So we are going to go back this way. Even though I see that there's another room. We'll get to it eventually, I think. But right now we want to get to that circle up there. I think we're going to go find the other sister who's the headmaster of the college, is what we're trying to do. We need more spells so we can get to the castle to deliver this message that we've had in our hearts since we got here. Ooh, fiddlesticks. Ooh, who is this? Oh, I'm so tired. I was up all the night before partying. Oh my god, you are very old looking. And then I had work today. I get that. I think I'm starting to see things. You look like a happy green elf. Hehe. Ananya? Ananya. Are you really here? You look so ridiculous. Wow. I'm real. Haha, oh my gosh. I'm so embarrassed. Wait. That's exactly what a hallucination would say. Tell me a story, sweet little hallucination. I'm real, but okay. Once there was a happy unicorn. Except the happy unicorn wasn't happy because, she lost her horn. Oh no. Yeah, so she just looked like a normal horse. But in her heart, she knew she was a unicorn. And her name was... Miriam. That's so coofed. So Miriam the unicorn, she went looking for her horn. And... you should get some sleep. Alright. Old drunk. Old partier. Oh, here's Miriam. So, they make potions here. That's your specialty, right? More like my grandma's specialty. Speciality? I just picked up some things from her. But we could never make potions like these. We just used what was around us in Delphi. What's your speciality? I guess I'm pretty good at blowing stuff up. Yeah, you blew up with my fingertips. That's very violent, Miriam. Do you really like blowing things up? Well, yeah. It's really fun. I don't know. That's just what my magic does. But magic is so different here. Witches have all these different uses for it. They do lots of things with it. I feel so simple by comparison. I thought doing magic made me a witch. But we're barely even the same thing. I feel so different from everyone here. My grandma's the only one who feels like home. And we haven't talked in a long time. I keep wondering if she's okay. I bet she's worried about you too. Yeah. And, I mean, you know, what if we don't make it in the end? What if the world ends? Last time I saw her could have been the last. I never thought about that. Well, I did. I think we'll make it back, Miriam. I guess I don't know for sure. Either way, you don't have to feel alone. Because you have me. That's nice. I can see a little ghost princess floating up there. Oh, hello. Hey! How can I help you? Want to buy a potion? I don't have any money. Aw. Too bad. My potions are the best. Kamala? I like to really go with the flow, you know? I make my potions fresh every day. I just kinda listen to the universe and see what ingredients it wants today. And then I use those. Sometimes it gets weird, but sometimes I make nifty new discoveries. I think I'm really in tune with the now, you know? You know, the whole universe. It's just all of us in one big mushy pile together. And we all mix together in different ways. Oop. But we're all really part of the same one thing. I like thinking about that. And about all the ways all the little pieces mix together. That's why making potions is the coolest. Alright, and Diva? Oh hey, it's the criminal. Oh yeah. Shh, hey. Please don't say that so loud. I don't want to get in trouble. Aw, don't sweat it. A criminal record's like a badge of honor. Well, to me anyway. I won't tell anyone your cool secret. Is this your first time in Moabumi? How do you like it? It's pretty big. Feeling overwhelmed? I guess since we can fly, and walk on walls and stuff, it doesn't feel so big to us. But it must be shocking if you don't have magic. When you get a chance, you've got to check out the crater. It's the theater in the upper area of the city. All the coolest acts come through there. I hear there's a band from across the ocean. Alright. Gonna have to go to the theater. What's over here? Ooh. Okay. Ooh. Okay, no. Can I walk? Ooh. On... What was that again? Okay, we can walk on this, right? Yes. Okay. Oh. My great-great-grandma started the whole war with Rule. It's true. A long, long time ago, she was in Zhaishan, and she saw one of those animals. What do they call them? Quinn? It was a beautiful bird, I think, and she decided to keep it. But later she found out it was the Princess Quinn. When it went missing, he panicked. They thought it was kidnapped by spies. Yep, so they started the war over it. You know, it was crazy. Because the Quinn liked my grandma, my great-great-grandma, way better. The prince was, like, really mean to it. It was embarrassing for Rule. So they kept the real reason for the war a secret. But it was my great-great-grandma. Yep. Rest in peace. Jasmine. Jasmine! My whole family is crazy. We used to live in the Moabumi castle. Yep. When I was a kid, it was my job to brush the queen's hair. I had to do it every day, even though I was so young. My dad was like a political advisor to her. So he knew, like, all her secrets. But he knew too much. Yep. One day he found out something he wasn't supposed to. So the queen killed him. Yeah, it was so sad. We had to leave the castle forever. I never found out the secret that got him killed. But I think it was about one of the princesses. Yup. They're always doing illegal stuff. They can get away with anything because they're royalty. Jasmine's got the tea. When I was young, everyone said I was a prodigy. She might also be a little bit delusional. Like with magic. I studied in the castle with the princesses. They were all jealous of me, though, because I was so talented. Alright. I tried for the academy when I was still a kid. Took the entrance exam and everything. The proctor told me my exam was flawless, too, when I handed it in. But then later, when I got the official results, my score was terrible. But then I looked at the answers on my exam, and it wasn't even my handwriting. They switched my exam, on purpose. Yep. It was totally corrupt. The queen bought my score for one of the princesses. I guess she wasn't too smart either, based on her exam. So I never got into the academy. Crazy, huh? Girl, that's an interesting story. Okay, so I see... But I can't get through this wall. Can I go? Nope. Okay. So maybe there's still another power I don't have yet. Can I walk on that wall? I don't know where this is gonna get me. Stop. And. Oh gosh. Okay. Okay. So pushing down opens the map, which is great, but then I'm like, how do I... Okay, that didn't really get me anywhere cool. I don't think, anyway. Okay, wait. Can I've already talked to you. I want to go up here. No! Stop! Gosh damn it. Oh god. Okay, this is like really difficult to control. No! Alright, you sticky bard. Haha! Oh wait, it looks like there are people on the ceiling back there. Let me just go peep that. Hello? Oh, Josh, thanks so much for subscribing. That's so kind of you. With the Prime subscription. Thank you. You're stuck with me for a month. Thanks so much. I am working on some emojis right now. This one that I'm working on, I was cracking up. I am using paint.net to do it. I'm hoping that other people laugh as much as I do. I was like, I'm not even drunk. But I'm working on some better emojis than the stock ones. But thanks so much for the subscription. I appreciate that. Glad that you're here. Yeah, so do you remember, just to give you like a hint, like, well, not a hint, but I'll tell you what it is eventually. You'll see it. But I was like, do you remember like the little clippy character? Hey, thanks for the lurk. I'm indecisive. Glad that you're here. Thanks for coming by. I hope you had a great rest of your stream. But the little clippy character, like in Microsoft Word, I think his name was Clippy. Anyway, I'm doing some stuff with Clippy for one of them. I'm just having some fun. I haven't really used paint.net before, so I've been watching some tutorials and getting my art on. Who's this? Oh, this is Fernando from the boat. Hola, my amigo from the boat. Are you enjoying Moabumi? This just so happens to be right near my favorite place in the city. If you need any help, don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks so much. I appreciate that. I will not hesitate. Yeah, I started, Josh, I started a design document, like, here's the theme I'm going for. Here's some inspiration. I'm mood boarding. I'm manifesting my emotes. The Crater Theater. Oh yeah, we're looking for this place. All the best musicians in the world come here. I would play here myself, but I smashed my accordion. Yeah, we saw you smash your accordion and light it on fire. Perhaps I did not think that through. Fernando, ooh. You must always follow the music. That's the spirit of a true musician. And sometimes. Oh, takes a hoe to know a hoe. Oh, let me give you a shout out in Indecisive, since there are some rude people in here calling names. Jinja Ninja, I don't know if you saw what I posted. I shared the picture that you painted for me on Twitter, so thanks again for that. Thanks, fam. Yeah, you're welcome, fam. The music tells you to smash your accordion and light it on fire. It was just paint by numbers. I know, but it cracked me up. So I was like, my brother was so kind to paint this for me. I'll have to go check. I thought you were on Twitter like every day reading the tweets. And light it on fire. No one can say why she asks us this. But when you become a musician, you pledge your allegiance to her whims. You have the spirit of a true musician. I did not know it when I met you. But now, I can feel it. Yours shines bright as mine. We are kindred spirits, amigo. Carry the music in your heart wherever you go. Wasn't that a movie with Gloria Estefan, Music of the Heart? It depends on my mental health. Twitter is a spiral. That's why on Twitter I follow like other game people and then like a bunch of queer artists. But then I've noticed on Twitter, like, I'm like, do I follow this person? What is this from? Oh my gosh, it's our band. Man, it's just so great to see you, Ace. You should go as them for Halloween. Wait, go as who for Halloween? The bard? Or the motorcycle lady in the painting? Oh, I'm so happy to see my band. They're here. Man, it's just so great to see you, Ace. After you left, we took this show on the road. We've been all over the world. It's been quite an adventure. Maybe a little too much. Yeah, ain't always been easy. Really? We've had our instruments stolen, been kicked out of rule, and that time we were on trial for sea crimes. We definitely been in some hot potatoes. All worked out in the end, though. We're still going. The violin person. Nah, the bard. That's the main person, right? Yes, the bard is the main person. The one that kind of looks like Peter Pan mixed with Prince Philip. Prince Philip? We even got ourselves a new singer. The band definitely ain't the same without you, though, Ace. We miss you. We'd love if you traveled with us. Aw. That does sound really fun. But I have to save the world. We do. We do. Sounds important. You gotta follow your heart, Ace. It's so cool to see you all again, though. I don't know where I'm channeling this, like, New York accent, Boston accent. He kind of looks like Mario. Maybe that's why. Does Mario sound like that? I didn't think you'd ever leave Delphi. Delphi ain't really a thing anymore, Ace. Oh my god, what? Excuse me? Delphi really changed after you left. Are you watching Mob Wives? Maybe that's why. No, I have not started the Mob Wives yet. We could do that tomorrow. Got you tabbed up. Hey, thanks, Comment Season. I love your little twirling Charmander. That's oh, so cute. So cute. So quiche. We'll do it tomorrow. Okay. Don't forget to bring your headset tomorrow. Don't forget it. Cheers to you. There was a dark feeling in the air. The sun didn't shine as bright. The wind stopped blowing. And monsters started appearing. Monsters? They were horrible. Dark creatures. Dark creatures. You fucking forgot it? I'm about to flip this table. Okay, we'll see what I can do with my microphone. And do you have, like, earbuds that plug in? Maybe we could just have the my headset and microphone as both audio inputs. We'll try that. We'll figure it out. Or we'll just, I don't know, we'll figure something out. Dark creatures, they tear homes apart, attack innocent people. Nasty, nasty stuff. I think I've seen those kinds of monsters. Is the town gone? Well, the town's still there, but it ain't what it used to be. It isn't safe. The people left there are in constant fear. We did everything we could. I loved my town, Ace. Leaving it wasn't an easy choice, but we had to. Excuse me, but we had to. Oh. I'm sorry, but I'm glad you're okay. Our music made a difference, Ace. We really believe that. We keep people's spirits up. See, he does sound like that. We carry that good vibe you gave us. And ever since we left, we've been spreading it all over the world. Wow. Delphi may be in some trouble, but we left our spirits tough, Ace. And there's still good folks there. Yes, like that witch. Witch? Oh yeah, Sapphire. Sapphire? She's a tiny, very kindly old lady. Oh yeah, Sapphy. Grandma Sapphy. We know her. That's Miriam's grandma. Huh? Who? Oh, you never met her. She's great though. If she's related to Sapphire, she must be. Sapphire's been keeping Delphi safe. She's the only one who can fight the monsters. She's impressive for an old lady. I see. Well, enough about that. Ace, we got a show to put on. That's right. Amazing to see you again. Don't forget about us. I could never forget about all of you. We'd have you back anytime. You're the new singer. Ugh. Yeah, I'm with this band. It's just a temp thing. They're so dorky. I'm working on launching my solo career. Okay, Justin Timberlake. The music I do is pretty different, but I need these gigs. Jamais? Jamais, private school girl. Girls love a guy in a band. After I perform, they line up. What's on their face? Their eye bags and some hair. Well, except with this band. It's hard to look cool with these dweebs behind you, but I'm doing my best. Jamais, are you their old singer? That explains a lot. They always talk about you, and whenever I sing, they want me to sound more like you. Can you give me a sample? Sing for me. Sing for me, Paolo. Angel of Music. Oh, that, I don't do that. Alright, Jimmy, get with the... Who's this little sexy Susan with the boots? I love the crater. I love to just get down. Yeah. And freaky. Oh god. These joints are old, but they still got life in them. Raoul. I've been dancing these halls, heck, since I was a baby. The kids just keep getting younger, but they ain't got moves like mine. Generations of dances have come and gone, but the crater's always been there. It's a special place. Am I gonna see you on the floor tonight? Maybe. Look at these sweet ass moves, bitch. Oh my god, the band's playing already? Oh. Oh. What are you doing here? I don't know. What are you doing here? Nothing. It looked like you were dancing, Miriam. No, Okay, you know what? I was dancing. Is that against the law? I didn't know you liked dancing. I don't. Usually. But I don't know. I've been figuring out a bunch of stuff about myself, and it's been exhausting. And I want to dance. I don't care if you want to judge me. No! I want to dance with you. Oh, Miriam. I heard about your grandma. What? Really? There's monsters in Delphi. Just like here. She's fighting them. Oh. Is she okay? I think so. She's keeping the whole town safe. Your grandma's really cool, Miriam. I hope she's okay. So, what sort of stuff have you been figuring out? Everything. Like who I am, and what I'm doing, and why I'm doing it. Oh. That's a lot. You figured that out? No. I guess you don't really ever figure that out. I just was thinking about it. You always seem to know what you're doing. I do? This music reminds me of A Night in the Woods. Me too. Maybe that's why I like both of these games so much. Their music reminds me of each other. Well, okay, no you don't. But, you know who you are. I do? Oh, shut up. Yes, you do. You're always so sure of what you want. And you're always so happy. Like it's just easy. It is. Not for me. How do you do it? Huh? You mean be happy? Yeah, how do you do it? I want to be happy. I don't know. Maybe it's not really that easy. I have to try hard all the time. Lots of stuff makes me feel sad. Sure. But then you just get over it. Like when we were in Kismest. You were so mopey about not being the hero. And then you were fine again. I don't know if I really got over it. I just stopped thinking about it. Do you still wish you were the hero? Yes. I don't want to be mean, but that girl who's the hero, I think she's evil. You think? It's unfair. Why is she the hero? All I wanted was to make a difference and save the world. But I'm nobody. Nothing I do matters. She's still killing overseers. Hala's message didn't stop the war. And I keep trying. But I'm scared that no matter how hard I try, I'll never change anything. See, that's what's good about you. Huh? Heroes, monsters, overseers, witches. You're in way over your head. You don't even have powers. Like I do. But you keep trying, even when it's hopeless. I really admire that about you. Oh, thanks, Miriam. You don't have the same gifts I do, but you keep racing ahead of me. Sometimes, it makes me feel useless. But, it's also inspiring. I want to be like that. Thanks, Miriam. Dancing feels really good. Yeah. I didn't know. Aw. But I needed this. Yeah. Shake it off, baby. I'm glad you're having fun. This band is from Delphi, isn't it? It's the one you played with. Yeah. I missed your show, but I dig this music right now. Miriam, you like music? Is it really you? Oh, the Shade. The Shade, honey. They're from where I grew up. It reminds me of home. I thought in the City of Witches, I'd find something familiar and learn about myself. But so far, the thing that's connected to me the most is this music. It makes me think about my grandma, and red trees, and all the stuff that makes me happy. See, Miriam? That's the power of music. I'm gonna dance here a while. No more talking. Just dancing. Me time. Okay? Okay. Alright, bye, Miriam. Shake your groove thing, girl. Excuse me, aren't you in there dancing? Alright, we should probably get this message to the queen. Legs. Legs for days. All this stress is bad for my skin. This forever war would be boring if it wasn't also terrifying. I don't want to be eaten by a monster. I thought sideways living would be a fun change of pace. After me and my boyfriend split, it was time for something new. Turns out it's not really that exciting. My life is still the same boring thing, but sideways now. Building a Muabumi is a pretty unique challenge. That used to be my problem. I was studying to be an architect, until I wasn't. How does anyone know what they want to do? I can't even decide which direction to live in. Why are you asking me all these difficult questions, everybody? Okay. Wait, I think I want to go up that way, but I don't know if I can jump there. Fiddle faddle. Yeah, that's too... Wait, what if I do... Hold on. What's the other song? There we go. Okay, do I want the one that's gonna be stick to the wall? Maybe? No, don't fall. Don't fall. I said don't fall. Okay, but why is that blocking the door? Okay, so that's the bottom. Start from the bottom, now we here. Why are you trying to kill yourself? Stop it. Okay, now I need to bounce it. I bounce it. Y'all want to see all that I did? See them stains? Oh my god, that's you. That's you, right there. Crusty. Hala. Amaris. What brings you here? Well, I died. Oh, I know that, believe me. And other things too. You really hurt this family, you know that? What you did was incredibly selfish. Hey! That's not very nice. Your sister was kidnapped. Why is that selfish? She wasn't kidnapped. Huh? She ran away. Abandoned us, got herself killed. Why don't you tell us yourself, sister? Well, I mean... Yeah. You ran away from home? Why? I wanted the stupid war to end. And Mom has the power to stop it. But she wouldn't hear me. I got frustrated. And then I thought, maybe the King of Rule would have more reason. It was desperate and stupid. I realized that. So I ran away. And then I died. I'm sorry, Amaris? Amaris? Okay. But now everyone thinks Rule killed me. And it's just another thing instigating the war. I can't let that be my legacy. Then how did you die? The forest monsters. Or demons, or whatever they are. Something terrible is happening out there. And it's not Rule, and it's not us. I was watching a few streamers earlier today too, and it seemed like streams were disconnecting. Hey Insane, how are you? You know, just me and some typical stuff happening. Welcome in, how's it going? How's your evening going? I was just playing some Wandersong and, you know, stream disconnection. Oh, what'd you have for dinner? I had salad, a lot of spaghetti, and garlic bread. It was very good, but I'm very full. But yeah, I was watching a few different streamers today, and their streams had some problems too, so I don't know. Marinated pork chops with broccoli, yum. That sounds delicious. Did you grill the pork chops? Did you bake them? It's like how saute them? I don't know. I don't think I've ever cooked pork chops. Anyway, we're just playing some Wandersong. Losing my stream. It was no, she pan fried them. Oh, okay. That's the other way I was trying to think. Not saute. I knew there was something you could do in a pan. I love broccoli too. I had to ask her too. Hello. Yeah, I was like, I know there's something special you can do, but yeah, I don't think I've eaten pork chops. I've just never cooked them myself. Do you have big Memorial Day plans that you want to share, or weekend plans? I was trying to remember if we talked about that when I was watching your stream last night. A lot of people seem to be off work tomorrow, and I was like, are people off work on Fridays now instead of Mondays, or do they get Friday and Monday off? Alright, so we're trying to get this song from the sister, so that way we can reach the palace to talk to the queen. I shouldn't even have to teach it to you, Hala. All the royal family should know it. Kendra and Bedria didn't. Really? So much old knowledge going forgotten. Here, this is it. Thank you, Amaris. Of course. Losing you is very hard, Hala. For all of us. I couldn't help but be angry. Maybe you don't deserve it. I'm helping you so that you can go talk to Mother yourself. You hurt her the most. I hope you're ready to answer for that. I want to go to a Cardinals game. I'm not a Cardinals fan, but me and wifey haven't been there for a bit. She is a Cards fan. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that should be fun. I guess, like, sometimes the energy of the stadium and, like, the snacks and the people watching is always a good time at a baseball game. But she's a Cards fan. We might also go to the drive-in. You guys have a drive-in still? We had one close to where we lived in Kansas City, and we only went to it one time. It was kind of close to the highway and a train track, so it was like too bright and too noisy, but we had a drive-in. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, the drive-in was so much fun. There was one in Wichita called the Starlight Drive-In, and I went to that one a lot. That was a lot of fun. I don't know if there's any drive-ins in North Carolina. I'm sure there are. It seems like a perfect thing for out here. I thought you were smarter than this, Hala. Okay, lady. You were smarter than this. You could have been a great student like Kandra, or raised a family like Badria. But you threw it all away, stupid. Such a waste of your precious mind. As soon as you vanished, we knew that you'd run away yourself. But I didn't know why. You never even said anything, Hala. It seemed like you just wanted to be rid of us. How could I not be angry? Perhaps I was too quick to judge. Insane, it's funny, I was telling you, I was like, yeah, I think I got streaming issues figured out. And then, yeah, tonight it was like, disconnect. But like I said, every time that happens, I'm still connected to... Everything else is still connected. Nothing drops. It just seems to be the service. So I guess I have some more settings to tweak around and find out. I should be happy to see my little sister again. But seeing you like this right now, It's just bringing out my anger. I'm sorry to be like this, Hala. Forgive your fool of a sister. When I moved here, I was surprised they had one until we drove by. I started my job in mid-March, and they showed their first movie like 3 weeks later. Wow. Yeah, stupid internet. Yeah. Yeah, I was telling you, we have Spectrum, AT&T. So the drive-in is pretty new. Were they like remodeling it, bringing up like the drive-in in Wichita? It needed updating. I think that it's closed and bulldozed now. But man, it was cool, especially as an adult. My friends and I would like obviously take alcohol and then get like a malt or something and make boozy milkshakes. Such good time. Oh! Did I want to do that? So that makes the floor... Okay. No, it's been there for years, but I have never been to the drive-in here. It was by chance we drove by and they all... Oh, okay. In first week and beginning of April. I got it. What movie are you going to go see, do you know? Or what movies? Like, ours always played 3 movies? We do sneak stuff in. Yeah. I think everybody does. Like, that's what you do at the drive-in. You sneak stuff in. Oh my god. Okay. Oh no, I have to go all the way up there. Wait, I haven't... Oh my god, you look scary. Ah, you caught me. That's right. The mysterious graffiti artist of the Witch Academy, who's left her mark all over, but has never been seen, is me. Oh, you haven't heard of me? So it's 2 movies this week. On screen 1 is Little Mermaid Remake, and the second one is Guardians of Galaxy. Oh, that's awesome. You'll have to let me know how Little Mermaid Remake is. I'm interested to see it, because Little Mermaid is my favorite Disney movie. And I want to see the new one, but I think I'll wait till it's streaming. On screen 2 is Fast and Furious and some other random movie. Okay. Gotcha. So at the drive-in, I remember you could tune your radio to like whichever screen it was on. So depending on where we parked, you could like, if you wanted to watch the movie on the other screen, you could still see it and then tune your radio to that movie and watch it. Oh, you haven't heard of me? No, ma'am. Just don't tell anyone you saw me, okay? The Witch Academy is so stuck up. Yeah. Yeah. People think studying magic means they know everything. I hate it. Insane, do you have like a go-to drink that you... Or maybe you're sneaking snacks in. I don't want to just assume that you're having some boozy drinks. Back in the day, my friends and I really liked strawberry vodka, which now I think about it and I can't deal with that. Depending on where I parked, I could see the car in my rearview mirror. That sounds like a horror movie. My go-to drink is Jack and Coke. Classic. That's a classic. I'm having some vodka LaCroix tonight. I went grocery shopping today. This is my reward for grocery. Beer-wise Blue Moon. Oh yeah, weren't we talking about Blue Moon? Yes. Because we were talking about Old Chicago, and I was like, whenever I would go to Old Chicago, I would always have Blue Moon. Blue Moon is so good, yeah. It's like a staple, I feel like, of my Midwest life, was Blue Moon. Someone has to shake things up. That's me. I'm a student here, too. If the administration finds me out, I'll be expelled for sure. Not that I love this place, but I need to graduate. It's my ticket out of this drab city and into the real world. I want to be one of the few witches who leaves Chandesh. I've got big ideas, bub. Okay, that's great. Good for you, Ima. also like Sam Adams. I'm trying to remember if I've had Sam Adams. I mean, I'm sure I have. I just can't remember. Oh, fudge. Okay, well, at least that didn't kill me. My brother and I, well, he's been drinking Yingling lately. Okay, I remember you. And I've already been in here. Okay, how do I get up to the palace? Okay, so I can't, okay. Okay, it looks like if I go back the other way. Okay, I remember this is familiar, but then that's a dead end, the top way is. Oh yeah, because that's where the club is. Wheel Farm and a club. Oh, no, I wanted to go talk to that person on the ceiling. Looks like they're having the most fun. Okay, and since I'm at an hour, I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back, and hopefully the stream doesn't crash again. So I'll be right back. Get yourself something to drink. Okay, back. I was checking on the cats in their catio too. There's been this outdoor cat that comes by and talks to my cats, our cats, and I'm like, do you have a home? Do you want to come live in the workshop, kitty? Be a workshop kitty? Okay, I was trying to get up there to talk to this person. Okay, there we go. Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Don't fall. Yeah, I wish this wasn't so, touchy. No. Okay, it's if I push up. So you think you need to push up to go up, right? Like to walk up? No. There we go. Where? Where? I think I told you this, but I have 3 cats and I'm allergic to them. I don't know if you did tell me that, but I know a lot of people are allergic to cats. But your allergies are like manageable enough, I'm guessing, since you have 3 cats. I'm also allergic to cats technically, but I got the allergy testing done when I was a kid, and we already had a cat, and I was like, I'm not getting rid of my cat, like I'll just take medicine. And then I stopped taking medicine. I take a pill every day to manage. Gotcha. I'm sure that they love you, because it seems, well, in my experience, when my friends are like, I'm allergic to cats, our cats are like, ksh, let me go, like, climb on you. Wanda, I love living upside down. Wait, no. It's the rest of the world that's upside down. I'm one of the few right side up ones. Hehehehe. Some folks don't like being on the ceiling. You get used to it. Suits me just fine. But then I may just be a very upside down kind of person. At least that's what all my boyfriends say. Okay. Hehehehe. Wanda, you are cute as a button. They always do. Everyone is eat. The one will lay right by me. She's so sweet. Aw. She's so sweet. Yeah, that's. I'm glad you have sweet cats. A lot of people are like, cats are just not very affectionate and. Sorry, when we eat. No, you're fine. When everyone's eating, she'll lay right by me. She's so sweet. Do your cats beg for food? One of our cats is like a dog and begs, and then he gets aggressive, so we have to put him into the guest bedroom when we eat, because he will swat food out of your hand. He will get like right up in your face. Usually we eat on the couch and watch Veronica Mars, and he will like run up and go pap, or he'll get on the couch behind you and like reach down and be like pap pap to snap your food out of your hand. It's a monster. Monster. Okay, I need to go up though, right? Yes, I need to go up one more, so let me... There we go. So not really, but this one cat will sit by her dish that contains the food if it's empty and give us a stink eye until we fill it. Yeah, they're really good at that, making you feel guilty. I can picture that exactly perfectly in my mind. I know what that stink eye looks like. Like, are you trying to starve me? Okay, so we should be able to access the palace now. Very excited to access the... Oh, mask person. Whoa, hey now, Wanderer. Didn't expect to see you here. There's really no place like Moabumi, is there? It's full of secrets, like Gretchen Wiener's hair. I think that's important, Wanderer. The world needs mysteries. Insane, did we talk about emotes? I was designing designing one emote today. I was working on an emote. I was actually having fun. I was using a program called paint.net to work on it. Working on my digital art skills. Lots of skills. Nunchuck skills. Okay, so I'm gonna have to... And then I'm gonna have to put this back up. Haha! Haha! Oh shoot. There we go. Okay, almost there, almost there. Under his eye. Okay, we're almost to the palace. Beautiful night sky. Oh. Okay. We made it to the palace. Oh, we can see Hala floating with us. She reminds me of Marceline from Adventure Time. Alright, we're off to see the queen. Looks... Oh. Hala? Hi, Purnima. Purnima. How did you... Who is... Why... What? We're here to talk to Mom. Oh. She's still looking for you, Hala. Anyone that lends her an ear, she sends to find you. She won't believe that you're gone. So... we should talk to her. Yes. I just thought you should know. Please be gentle with her, alright? It's startling to see you again, Hala. Mother's been so difficult to deal with. I know you said back then that you were going to run away if Mother didn't negotiate peace. I thought it was an empty threat. Maybe you can talk some reason into her. Aya, be my witness. I've surely tried. But you know her. She's stubborn, and nobody else has time to deal with her. You're a brave soul, Purnima. As brave as I need to be. She reminds me of a cupcake doll. Mom! Can it be? Hala? Hala, you returned to us. I knew it. I knew you were alive all this time. Your sisters denied it. Said the most awful things. But I knew it, Hala. I'm so glad you're alive. I'm sorry, Mom. But I'm definitely dead. But your voice. What is going on? Monsters growing tall. They can't afford to be ignored because of pointless war. I wish I could just give to you forgiveness that you lack. This blow is not worth all our loss, and it won't bring me back. She's gone. Hala. Her words. They're so naive. What? Oh, my dear old Hala. I can't believe she's really gone. She died carrying this foolish idea in her heart. She never understood how things worked. How could we just end the war? It's impossible. But those were her last words. As a ghost. She came all the way to say that to you. Silver Shadow, thank you so much for the fart. How are you? How is your night going? Sounds like you're pretty gassy. Hey Runner, I'm hanging in there. How are you? I'm doing well, thank you very much. I had to go, I was saying, I don't know if you were here earlier, I had to go check on the cats. They're out in their catio, and there's this, I don't know, neighborhood cat that comes by to visit them. And sometimes they get along and sometimes they fight. Hey Luna, hi, hope you have a great stream. I will be playing Fortnite while I lurk. Awesome. Thank you so much for coming by, Luna. Good luck with Fortnite. Much love to you too. Cat battles. They are cat battles. Cat battles. Why is this chat like? You're welcome. You're welcome. Oh. Thanks for the hug. Yes. I dearly wish that made her words true, but it does not. Any more than when she was with us. Gah! Wait! That's not all. There's an invasion tomorrow. 2. Yes, I am well aware. Those animal-loving barbarians. So long as they haunt us, there will never be a chance for peace. But, please, be gone now. Whoever you are. Excuse me, Quinn. Oh, I have to... I'm a bard, by the way. And I'm trying to save the world. So I need to learn the Overseer song. Can you teach me it? No. Mrs. Queen. Hi, Mrs. Queen. Hi, I'm Mrs. Queen. Hala's message was really important to her. I really think you should listen to what she said. About monsters and stuff. And the war. Our spell squad is already dealing with the monsters. My worry now is that hero we sent to rescue her and rule. Hala, my wonderful daughter. She was so intelligent, and yet so foolish. She could have been a scholar like Amaris, if only she weren't so reckless. Please, I wish to be alone. Okay, bye. I'm sorry. Now you see what Hala dealt with. Alright, so... maybe Amaris, she's a scholar, she might know something. Maybe. Oh. Ghost Kid. I'm really sorry about my mother. I just want you to know, I really think Hala was right. And you needed the Overseer song, right? I can teach that to you at least. Hell yeah, if it helps. Yes. Okay. Then listen closely. Oh boy, here we go. That was very dramatic. I love it. Thank you. Of course. I'll keep talking to my mother. Maybe with time, since we'll reach her. Good luck on your journey, Ghost Kid. Can I ask you something? Yes? How do you make your hair look so crazy? Oh, it's A lot of hairspray. A lot. It looks neat. Thank you. I thought she looked like a cupcake doll. I love that. Love that for her. Okay. So we have the song. Do we have to go get Miriam now? Oh, fudge. Okay. So we are at the palace. It looks like there's an area we haven't been to yet. There you are, Miriam. Hey. Check it out. I mastered this stupid broom. Oh, Luna, I'm sorry you lost. You'll get him next time. Now he can get us anywhere in the city, so we can finally meet the... You met the queen already, didn't you? Yes. Well, great. So you got the overseer song? Yeah. What's wrong? What's the problem? The war didn't end, Miriam. Even after we came all this way. How are you and how is your day, everyone? No, but I wanted to say, Luna, I created a command for you in my chat. Thanks for spreading the love, Luna. My day's been great. I hope your day's going well. I heard you earlier on Mental Crack stream. So, it's like we've been hanging out all day. It's nice. Even after we came all this way, we couldn't change anything. How many times do I have to tell you? The world is ending. War or no war, it doesn't matter. We got the song, so we have what we need. We can meet the overseer. Hop on my broom and let's go. Let's go. Before the invasion. Or you can meet me later, if you still have stuff to do. I'll mark on your map where to find me. But keep it quick. Okay, so I can find her in a few different spots. That's nice. It'd be nice if she could just zip us around to this last spot we haven't explored yet. Oh wait, that's right. So I just gotta drop. Whee! Oh. Good thing my knees don't break. Whee! Whee! Oh gosh, another one of these. Okay, this is the house. Right? Not you. Not your house. The other sister's house. Wait. I've already walked on this. I think I probably already have walked on the ceiling. Wait, who's this? You know, being a witch doesn't make life easy. I think about this all the time. People think magic solves all your problems, but I have lots of problems. I wish it solved all my problems. Hermes. When my girlfriend dumped me, where was magic to help me then? That's what I'm asking. I can fly and walk on walls, but women, I just can't understand them. What's even the point of magic? I trade it in a heartbeat. If it gave me my girlfriend back. Probably. I suppose I'd have to think about it. Okay, Hermes. Hermes Birkin bag. I guess we had nothing else to say. Okay, bye. Bye. Okay, I don't want to ride away with you yet. I just wanted to see Wait, was there something in her? No, there's nothing in her house. I think it was just to practice walking on the wall. Yeah, it's just like... Oh yeah, your sister's gone. Sorry. I don't know what those little jewel things are. Okay. I'm just gonna drop and see what happens. If I die, I die. It's fine. Oh, I can't jump off. Psych. There's a lot of hippies that live here. Looks like a peaceful place. Okay. So there's the drunk guy. He's passed out. And we've been through here. Okay, but we haven't... Oh, that's right. Okay, now I can make this wall walk throughable. Haha! Can't keep your secrets from me. Oh, mask. I can explain how to dance if you want. That's okay. I've already found you. Alright. That knowledge already lives inside you. Okay. I like that room that mask is in. Alright, I'm gonna go find Miriam. And we will go visit the Overseer for a piece of the Earth Song so we can continue saving the world. In BD. Yes, this is where we want to go. We want to go to the ship. The boat. The boat station. Whenever you're ready, hop on my broom. I can meet you at any edge of the city. Check your map if you want. Yep, let's go. Here we go. Wow, Miriam. You fly this broom really well. It's like you never lost your old one. Meh. I'm definitely not as good with this one. But, thanks. I'm really sorry, Miriam. About your broom, and also... We promised to work together more. But I met the Queen without you. Are you upset with me? Nah. I'm still upset my broom broke. But I'm not mad at you. I had a lot of stuff to think about anyway. It was weird being in a city of other witches. I thought it'd be a place where I fit in, but I didn't. That just means you're special. Well, maybe I don't want to be so special. I've been special my whole life. Around Delphi, me and Safi were the only witches. I never knew someone else like me, and I guess I still don't. It doesn't feel good to be different like this. I feel like I'm just messed up. And I'll never fit in anywhere. Oh. I don't fit in either, Miriam. What? Yes, you do. Everywhere you go, you make lots of friends. Everyone loves you. Nobody loves me. I love you. I mean, like a friend. I know. And maybe I do make friends. But it's not because I fit in, or I'm like them. Everywhere we go, I'm an outsider too. Just being on this adventure is wrong for me. I'm not a hero. I'm not supposed to be here. But you make me feel like I am. We're outsiders, together. I'm glad that we're friends. You know, You're probably the only person I know that I'd call a friend. I'm glad we're friends too. I did some research in the city. We're going to meet the Moon Overseer, the Moon's Queen. And if I understand right, we're going to have to play the song I learned, and the song that you learned, at the same time. No idea why, but it means I'll enter with you. Pretty standard by now, right? We'll probably land far apart like last time, but I'll meet up with you ASAP. That's the plan. Any questions? Why do we land fall apart? I don't know. Well, the thing about the spirit world is, none of it is real, the way things are here. It's shaped by your mind and by the overseer. That's why it goes empty when an overseer dies. And different people see different things in it. I bet it looks really different to the hero. So the space there is really chaotic and shifting, distorting around each person there. It's probably basically impossible for people to find each other. Except the castle where the overseer lives. It's a center that's the same for everyone. So that's probably why we find each other there. Guess I knew after all. I just never put the pieces together. You're so smart, Miriam. Did that make sense? I can explain it again if you want. Any more questions? How are you feeling? Huh? I feel fine, I guess. Pretty feelings out right now. I'm ready to go meet an overseer. Yeah. I couldn't do it without you, Miriam. Yeah. Any more questions? The invasion. Yep. It's today. Looks like we beat it, though. Do you think everyone will be okay? Probably not. But what else we can do? If these idiots want to fight each other, I guess we have to just let them. Stop giving me that look. We're gonna save the world, remember? We don't have time to fix every problem on the way. Any more questions? The hero. Oh, her. I heard the Witch Queen sent her off. To go find a princess or something? But that princess died. Awesome. I mean, not awesome, but that'll keep the hero occupied for a while. So that's good news for us. Any more questions? Nope. Okay, great. Let's get it over with. Let's sing, girl. Oh, you and your little piccolo. Oh, looks like we caused an eclipse almost. Or an eyeball. This broke all my bones. Okay, so... ... Oh no! I'm stuck. Yeep! Are you a human? Yes. Oh, you're adorable. Hello. I'm the moon fairy. I've been hiding here for a long time. You must be the hero, right? No. Oh no! Things have gotten very bad. Hey Josh, thanks so much for leaving me tabbed. Hope you sleep well. I will see you probably tomorrow. You have a great rest of your night too. Thanks for hanging out. The Moon's Queen is very angry, and monsters started appearing here. They took away my only friend. That's why I hid. I'm not very brave. My friend is, though. If I were brave like she is, I would go rescue her. But I can't by myself. I can help you. Eep. But you aren't the hero. That's okay. I'm a bard. I don't know what that is. But if you can help my friend, that would be great. Oh, thank you, little cute fairy. You can go this way. You coming with me? Okay. What does this do? Oh, we can float around in this. Cool. Okay. Oh. Look at that. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I love how each of these different, like, overseer areas has different puzzles. Guess we want to go that way. Whoops. Oh, fiddle faddle. Okay. Do I want to keep going up? Or this way? This one's confusing a bit. Okay. There we go. There we go. Just takes a lot of deaths to float through this beautiful night sky. We gotta go save this little fairy's friend. You blasted me too far. Always be singing. This one has not been making my heart race as much as normal. Oh shoot. There we go. got this. Just gotta keep encouraging myself. Oh my good gracious. This is a big one. Oh, I get it. So we've been in the Moon Kingdom, now we're going to the Sun Kingdom. Now we are in the Sun Kingdom. Yeep! This is the place where the Sun's King lives. My friend is trapped in here. The Sun's King? Yeah, the Overseer. But what about the Moon Overseer? She is back the way we came. Why are there two Overseers here? I don't understand your question. I thought they all lived really far apart. Well, we used to be further apart. A long time ago. But now, we are very close. So the castle's moved? Yes. Is that strange? I guess not. Alright, Sun King, let's... Give us the Moon Fairy's friend. I'm guessing the Sun Fairy? Oh boy, what is it? It's very dark. There are creepy eyes. We're just blasting through the darkness. Stop looking at me, eyes. Get out of here. Oh, I died. This is very difficult. I have no idea where I'm going. I can't see anything except for my music. Oh god, what is that? Eep! Oh, good gracious. That's one of them. The monsters that kidnapped my friend. Oh, goodness. I'm so frightened. But my friend is deeper in the castle, so I will have to be brave. Can I blind it with my voice? Okay, so... Okay, so that was easy to get by? Question mark. Just when... Wait, how am I gonna get past this? I'm gonna have to wait. No. How? I can't blind this stupid eye, can I? Oh. No. Okay. Well, that's not terrifying. Okay, so it can't get into this. Ha! Okay, that's good to know. Okay, but... Okay, there we go. Maybe? Okay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, honey. Oh, honey. Oh, gosh. Did we escape him? I don't think so. Luna, thank you for those cute emotes. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so it can't see through this platform. Okay, okay, I think... Run! Run, Lillian! Phew. I think I kind of forgot about this part. It's a little traumatic compared to how, like... Oh, wait. Oh god. Do you by chance have a key on you, little butterfly? Flutterby? We are just jumping around and... a key! Let me carry this for you. Okay, I've decided to try being brave, but I'm very new to it all. So I'm taking small baby steps, such as carrying keys for my friends, and things like that. That is too cute. Please be patient with me. Of course, you are very cute, and I appreciate you carrying this key. Alright, you did it. See, look how brave you are. Shiitake mushrooms. Oh, no, not you. Not one of you. Beast. She does defend you, Cam. She does defend you. There you go, little fairy. You're so cute. I love you. Okay, bye. Zoom. We are gonna save your friend, little fairy. My heart. Okay. This is very puzzling. This is a puzzle. So, if I fall down here, is this death? No, okay. Not death. Okay, but... No, he's got the freaking key. Okay, if I just, like, ambush him, can I get the key? Get back, monster. Turd. Oh, no. No! Girl, where is the other... Ooh, no! Heavens to Betsy. Okay, don't bump me. Ding dang, I told you not to do that. Okay, so I'm gonna jump over this Schmeagle. Oh no. What is this one doing? Oh gosh. So it looks up. Okay, so I can't... There's nowhere to... I wonder if there's on the other side of it. Oh god. Okay, oh my god. This is... Okay, you can do this, you can do this. Oh. Zoe Sosa, thanks so much. Thank you so much for the bits. And thank you for the daycare love. How are you doing? How is your night going? Thank you. You're so kind. And thank you. This is your first time here. I haven't... I'm newer to the daycare. Thank you so much for coming by. Madden NFL 23. How is your night going? I appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate the 5 bits. Thank you. That is very generous. Cheers to you. You really are a dream come true. Have you been in the daycare long? Let me ask you 5,000 questions. You just show up to watch. Let me just ask you a million questions. I feel like I ask people so many questions. We're playing some Wandersong. We're trying to survive some Wandersong right now. Also, I hope you're able to hear the alerts when I got bits. I changed my sound settings. I'm always changing some kind of settings to try to make things better. Oh my goodness, Eep! That's my friend. Sunny. Hey. Are you okay? Ayop. Sunny, it looks like you are locked in a very big cage. Ayop. I'm very sorry about that. I was not brave enough to find you by myself. My new friend helped me get here. That's okay. But you will be very proud of me. I have been practicing being brave by helping my friend carry keys and things like that. Oh, yup. That's cool. We are going to bust you out, I promise. We will find the key, and I will carry it all the way here. Okay. Thanks, buddy. Ooh, uh-oh. Oh, shoot. Fudge. I thought I made it past it. Oopsie doodles. If I stand right here? Oh, yes. If I stand right here, can you see me? Sure can, sweet cheeks. Oh my god. They are out of their minds with this business. No, you didn't see me, Go away. Oh, shit. Shit. Nothing to see. Move that along. Ha! Right under your nose. Ugly. I know you're just doing your job, but... Oh my god, what is that? Do I have to sing battle it? Like, how am I gonna get that key? Oh god. Oh my god, it's chasing me. This is doing nothing for my anxiety. Oh god. Oh god. Oh my god, why is this happening to me? Oh my god. Oh wait, she didn't even get the key. Hold on, we gotta get the key. Oh my god, insane, this is This is insane, insane. Lawyer, this is insane. I gotta get the ding dang key. Okay, we got the key. Run! Run! Come on. Oh my god. Okay. Jump. And jump. And fall. Into a dead end. No. And jump. Oh my god, where am I going? Y'all, I need a sip after that. Thank you, thank you. Woot. Woot is correct. Shadaisy. Sunny! I almost tooted. I was so scared. You would. I know, I almost did. Almost pee-peed. Pee-pee-poo-pooed. Buddy! Did you see? I carried the key all the way to you. Yup. Why is my nose so itchy? Is it because I'm on camera? You did it, buddy. I'm proud of you. Thank you. Pee poop. Hey, Alex. How's it going? Poo poo pee pee. We I don't know how long you've been here, but I just got through a very nerve-wracking chase scene. And now we make our escape. Okay, so can we... Just kind of got here. Well, welcome in. How is your night going? We are all so mature. We are... I mean, we're playing video games. You have to be mature. Playing video games, not performing open heart surgery on camera yet. Miriam, you're leaving already? Did you meet the overseer? No. There were complications. Good so far, a little late for me, but I think I could stay up a little bit. It is, oh yeah. Well, thanks for staying up with us. I am on the East Coast, so it's 5 after 10 for me, which, I don't know, I'm a night owl. I want to be like a morning person, but I'm not mature. Lawyer, I feel like you are mature. I mean, I feel like we're all mature when we have to be. Excuse you. Excuse you. If I ever meet you in person, Silver Shadow, I'm gonna bring the Beano. There were complications. Yeah, we had to get these 2 fairies. I'm helping these fairies escape. Yeah, when we have to be, that's what sucks. Yeah, I know. Typical. The castle got bad. It's full of evil monsters. And I think I saw the overseer. But he was all haunted. Where is there to escape to? Well... There's the eclipse. It's a portal out of the spirit world. But we can't reach it with our little wings. You two want to leave the spirit world? Yup. ... We should help them, Miriam. They're super nice, I promise. Well, alright. Hang on tight, then. Wait, they have wings. Okay, great. Oh, crap. Oh no, did her broom get broken again? You! Losers! Miriam! Do you have any idea what you've done? Oh, Insane, thank you so much! Thank you for the bits, and thank you for playing one of my most favorite scenes from Charlie's Angels. I love Lucy Liu. I hope you could hear that. Thank you so much for that. I love that one. Silver Shadow, that doesn't surprise me. I love that movie too. That movie made me gay. That movie is how I confirmed my gayness.
My babies.
No, your kids aren't here.
My girls.
What girls?
My girls. Lorna, second from the left.
Okay.
If she takes on smoke, she'll never recover.
Hey, this one.
And Cindy. Cindy below her. And Cindy, I just gave her a blowout.
Thank you so much for that. Yeah. Schitt's Creek. It's so good. Thank you for that. Thank you for those bits, Insane. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I do. I used to do flips and stuff on my trampoline and say Charlie's Angels and kick my brother. Silver Shadow, we are so very much alike. I made my brother hold up a pillow and I had practiced my Buffy kicks, so I would like spin and then kick my brother, and he was like, no, we're not doing this anymore. Yeah. Oh my god. He's like, do you remember your Buffy kicks? And I was like, yeah. I also, speaking of Charlie's Angels, like when they do their poses and stuff, I wasn't going to watch the show until my friend told me and my wife to watch it. I'm glad we did. I'm glad you watched it too. It is one of those shows that you can just put on and it's always so good. Oh my god, we are the same. We are the same. Charlie's Angels and kick your brother. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, these sound alerts I set up because they just made me laugh, and I was like, I hope other people get my weird sense of humor, these weird things. But thank you so much for playing those. Thanks for the bits. I appreciate it, and I hope you, like I said, I hope you enjoy those as much as I did too. But yeah, anyway, Silver Shadow, I had my brother, I was like, help me to do the Charlie's Angels pose. And so I like made him hold my leg. I knew what the flip your hair one was before it even went off. I was like, OMG. Iconic. There were some other quotes from movies and stuff that I thought were iconic, but I couldn't find them. Not the leg holding. It was the leg holding. It was the leg holding for me. I did find some Slayton Sisters sound alerts. I quote Matilda all the time. I haven't seen Matilda in a really long time. All I can think of is, you can do it, Bruce. That poor kid eating all that cake. And also, was it Prince Headmaster Trunchbull? She's like swinging. Your mommy is a twit. My goodness, language. Oh man. Now I feel like I need to watch Matilda to brush up on it. Was it Miss Honey? Was that teacher's name? Are you a pig, Amanda? Miss Trunchbull. Wow. Power top. She's a power top. A dom top. Oh my god. Yes, Miss Honey was a nice yeah, I liked her name. I was like, oh, I wish my name was Miss Honey. It's a cute name. Cute ass name. Miss Honey. Do you have any idea what you've done? Do you have any idea what you've done? Letting more creatures out of the spirit world? Putting more innocents in harm's way? Wake up, Miriam. Please wake up. Please wake up. I'm so sick of your meddling. You're making everything worse. Why would you do this? Miriam didn't do anything wrong. You aren't listening to me. Yes, she did. Do you see what's behind me? It's the moon over Seer's Castle. But I was there earlier and it was way further away. The spirit world is collapsing. 3 out of 7 overseers are dead now. Each one gone makes this world lose stability. It's all shrinking now. Everything is getting closer and closer together. And things are leaking out into our world. Or getting squeezed out. Stuff is getting squeezed out. Y'all know about that. With your toots. This is how it starts. The dark ages that will consume our world. I don't care. You didn't have to hurt her. How were we supposed to know not to do that? That's exactly right. You don't know. It's why you shouldn't even be here. Oh god, what's that? Ooh, it's an amoeba. It's the blob. What's that trash you're reading, Matilda? It's not trash, Daddy. It's lovely. It's called Moby Dick. Moby what? I do need to watch it again. I actually just got a copy of Moby Dick to read for my first time. Strangely enough. What is going on? It's the Overseers. Their personalities are dying. Their forms are deteriorating. They're turning into animals, driven by instinct. We have to stop them getting out at any cost now. Didn't think I'd be fighting 2 Overseers at once. That's the sign to watch. That is a sign. Thank you. I finally saw the sign. I saw the sign. Cheers. Luckily, I have just the thing. The potion of power. Thanks again for getting me this. I knew it would come in handy. They didn't even notice us. They're fighting over what little space is left. They destroyed each other. Guess I didn't need that potion after all. Not much left here now. I guess you can still get your silly song thing, right? It's going to get much, much worse from here. Just so you know. The spirit world is almost completely collapsed. I was supposed to kill all the Overseers before this happened. But it's too late now. You don't belong in this story. Shut your mouth. Shut up. Miriam? Miriam, are you okay? Silver Shadow, have you ever seen, I think it's Scary Movie 3 or Scary Movie 4? Anybody seen the Scary Movie? And at the beginning it's Pam Anderson and Jenny McCarthy, and they're spoofing The Ring. And one of them gets taken by the curse, and Pam Anderson spins. Yeah, I think she spins Jenny McCarthy around, and she's like, "Are you okay?" And she's very clearly not okay, and she just keeps going, "Are you okay?" Oh my gosh, are you okay? That's every time I see, "Are you okay?" That's all I think of. So my brother and I send each other that GIF all the time. That GIF. Are you okay? No. I mean, I'll be fine. Haven't seen that movie in ages. Oh, man. So for our watch party, we need Matilda and then Scary Movie 3 or 4, whichever one it is. Charlie's Angels. But I'm going to lay here a bit. Oh, she is toast. Okay. Okay. Or it's like Simon Says. Wait, do that again for me. No, I don't know how to do this. Hi, Heather. Hi, Aachen. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, yes, thank you for checking in. Hi, hi, hi. How are you both? So I, the other night was scrolling through my Google News feed, and I almost missed that you were on because I didn't recognize it. Yeah, so I was scrolling through my Google News feed, and there was something about Stardew Valley, like the modders, and they've like created this new thing to where you can create your own profile picture in Stardew Valley. And I was like, ooh, I want to do that, and so I did. And that's where I got this picture, and I just put it on like a little background that goes with the color. Love your new logo. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's so sweet. Yeah, I just created that this morning and put it on, and then went live tonight. So my last little logo was from my design color class that I took a while back, and we had to show color systems using different media, and so I did mine with Legos, and so that was my last picture was from one of my Lego scenes that I created to show off a different color system. So yeah, wanted to do something new, change it up. I'm also I've been working on some emote art today. So Aachen, you inspired me with your art streams. And hopefully you can hear me. I hope you're not. I see that there's an ad in progress. Get ready for Patty Paperclip coming soon. Correct. Patty Paperclip. Oh, Heather, thank you so much for the subscription. You are so sweet. You truly are a dream. Thank you so much for that. I'm so glad. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, so emotes to come. I'm seeing how many I can do by myself. I kind of am getting into it. Do you like my new emote? I do. Is that based off of Ark? Everything you guys have been doing in Ark with all of your dinos? Did you make it, Heather? What program? We talked about Canva, I think. Oh, I love that one, Heather. Yes, it's a baby dino. That goes perfect for you. And what I've been catching on your streams. Thank you, Silver Shadow. Yes, I made it today. Okay, Heather. Yeah, like I said, it took me like 7 minutes. What are you creating them in? What's your secret dish, sis? Spill the tea. Dish it out. Mine, I'm putting like a lot of time into this first one, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to do that again for all of these. But like I said, I'm also like learning the paint.net tool. Okay, what was this one again? Okay, but how... Oops, that's wrong. It's a website called Photopea, and I also got my images from Pinwing. Okay, that's right, Photopea. I think I have that in my list. I know I wrote it down or I put it on something yesterday. Photopea and PNG Wing. Okay. Thanks for sharing the love, sharing the research, Heather. Do. Okay. I love that little dino emote. How's your day been? My day's been good. I ran errands, then caught your stamp making stream. Everybody here, if you haven't checked out Akin, she's been doing some art streams. We also, the other night, streamed some Phasmophobia with Heather. Check out Heather. And you guys both stream Arc a lot, some Fortnite I've seen. But yeah, my day's been good. We watched you stream, and then I did a workout. Made some dinner. I caught up with a friend in Seattle. We were on the phone for about an hour just catching up. I made spaghetti with garlic bread and salad for dinner, and it was a lot of food. I ate so much. I'm very full. But yeah, just now back in some Wandersong and visiting. We were talking about, have you guys ever seen the movie Charlie's Angels with Cameron Diaz and Lucy Liu and Drew Barrymore? We were talking about that one. You're welcome for the verbal shout out. Your streams, both of you, everybody here, I've seen your streams and I watch your streams and I enjoy visiting with you and getting to know you. And, you know, I think it's really cool when you try something new, like with your art stream. So I've been watched you paint, watched you make a stamp, do some candle stuff, like it's all fun. So in Silver Shadow, I've been hanging out with you and your awesome playlist. You have introduced me to some awesome new music. On Lawyer Stream, I got to answer state law trivia. Troy, of course I've seen your stream. My friend Troy's here. Troy's in the house, everybody. So this is my friend, Akin. I was telling you I was doing trivia, or not with trivia, riff tracks. So my friend Troy streams riff tracks on Wednesday nights. Troy, on your Twitch page, it says, I think 9 p.m. on Wednesdays, but you've been doing it at 7 p.m. Eastern time. But yeah, everybody check each other out. You all have been really awesome, nice, kind people, and I enjoy my time with each of you. Okay, let me watch this one more time. Heather, I did say your name. I said I've been watching you play Ark and Fortnite. And I said I was playing Phasmophobia with you the other night, and I had so much fun. But yes, Heather, I'm definitely, and also playing Heather. That's your name, Heather. I'm playing Magic the Gathering. How is that? Okay, so let me tell you something. I just want to tell you something about Magic. Yeah, Phasmo was a lot of fun. Thank you, Heather, for hosting us. I loved your little overlay with the trees in the background. But so when I was in middle school, Magic, I think, had started coming out. I need to make dinner, so I'll be lurking. Lurk away. What are you making for dinner? Troy, I've been asking everybody, what are you eating? What are you making for dinner? Magic the Gathering was a big thing, or had just come out, I feel like, when I was in middle school. And like in PE, if it was like raining, we could like run laps. And you had to do so many laps. But then there were kids that would play Magic, and they were kind of like the kids, not the nerdy kids, but just like different kids. And I like kind of wanted to learn how to play, but it was like if you didn't have your own Magic cards or like know what you were doing, they're like, you can't play with us. Chicken and rice. Classic chicken and rice. But Heather, how is Magic the Gathering Arena going? Has anybody else played Magic the Gathering Arena? Like, I have a card game I like to play. I'm eating gyros. Yum. Delicious. I love gyros. I love falafel. I love, there was this delicious Greek place in Seattle. I love gyros. And the place in Seattle, they had the best lentil soup and falafel. And they also had garlic fries with like feta on top of them. It was so good. Gyros are so, yeah, they are. They never let you down. Food never. Okay, I think I've got it memorized this time after 3,000 years. Oh shoot. There's no place to get garlic fries here? What? I guess I haven't had them since I moved. Except Red Robin, I guess. You know, I think Red Robin's in the town that's like next to us, in Hickory. Aka knows about Hickory. Buy some garlic salt. Oh, shoot. Oh my gosh, this is so much. Euros are pronounced your O's. Euros. 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 Yeah. Not gyros. Yes, Robin is in Hickory. Yeah, Hickory has the chilies, baby back ribs. I say gyros. You would. Can I get some gyros? Have you ever seen, there's this fast Italian restaurant called Fazoli's, and one of my best friends growing up, his dad was like, do you guys want to go to Fazoli's? And then he also called it, and I was like, oh, fajitas. He said fajitas, and I was like, are you doing this on purpose? Fazoli's, fajitas. And I was like, maybe he's just doing this on purpose. Yeah. But he was a really nice man. He was a firefighter, and he would bring us donuts like when we'd stay the night. I also say milk instead of milk. I would have a stroke. You guys are cracking me up. Milk. I guess I've never, do I say milk or milk? I gotta get some milk. What about, okay, so here in the South, people call shopping carts buggies. Yes, and saying that was it. Jalapeno. He said jalapeno. I was thinking chilies, and I was like, did he mispronounce chilies? It was jalapeno. Yep. And I was like, are you doing this? Why are you doing this? This is on purpose, isn't it? I never said anything, though, because I didn't want the free donuts to go away. But it cracked me up. Heather, still waiting to hear back about Magic the Gathering Arena. Anybody else play Magic the Gathering Arena? No, he always got great donuts. Also, it was my friend's house that I could watch like the South Park movie at. Oh, sorry, I've been playing. No worries. I'm just wondering how do you like it? How do you like Magic the Gathering Arena? Do you recommend it? She's pissed at you for not shouting her out. Heather, honey. There you go. I do, okay. I love it, I do. Okay. I'm gonna have to see about it. I'm gonna be streaming it. Oh, okay, awesome. I never played it. I have never played it either. I feel like it's difficult to get into. I have a card game, like an actual physical card game that I play called Arkham Horror Living Card Game. And, is that Wendy Williams? You would come through with the Wendy Williams. You would. Wow, I love that so much. Jumbles, what are you doing? It's really fun. You just have to learn it, obviously. At first, I thought it was a nerdy game, but I learned to love it. Y'all, we play video games. That is very nerdy. When I played it with actual cards, I used to rage so badly. Oh my god, Ma? Silver Shadow, whose emotes are these? I'm obsessed with them. Heather, I can't imagine you raging. I'm imagining you like flipping the table of cards and be like, I'm out. And then like throwing a lighter onto the card table so it like burns up. Akin, thank you so much for subscribing. My gosh, thank you. You are so sweet. You truly are a dream come true. Thank you. It's a streamer. I watch Casey Tron. You just don't know me. She has all gay viewers. I rage so bad all the time. That is so sweet. Thank you, guys. Thanks for being here, too. No, you didn't have to. But I appreciate it. That's so kind of you. I don't know. I was watching a few streamers today, and, like, their streams went down. My stream went down earlier. And I was like, what is happening? What is going on in the world? Oh my god, those emojis. She's speaking the gay language. She has adopted the gay language. Just don't on stream, lol. But but I wanted to. Well, thank you. That means a lot. I appreciate it. Heather Rages. Who has all gay viewers? It was a person named Casey Tron, which I love her name because it reminds me of the band Silver Shadow. Anybody else Ladytron? Then she rage quits. You know what? I feel like, did you guys ever play The Lion King on Super Nintendo or Sega? Heather, Aachen, you guys are probably too young, but that game made me rage. Like, my dad was like, I think you need to turn off the game and hide, and he was like, I'm gonna hide this cartridge from you. That game is fucking hard. That took me so long to figure out that you had to like growl roar at one of the monkeys to have him change his like pattern to throw you another way. Girl, I just didn't play video games until 2 years ago. That's right. I guess, Aachen, what was the first video game you played? I'm trying to think of like, if I had a friend that had never played video games before, what would I be like, here's a game that you can get into that I think is like accessible for everybody. Yeah, F that game. That game was something hard and sandpapery. Halo, okay. Yeah, I feel like newer games are a lot better about giving you tutorials about like the controls, and people are like, oh, they're hand-holdy, and I'm like, I appreciate them, and I've been gaming my entire life. Than Apex. Every time I see the word Apex, all I can think of is the Apex Predator. Aw, you guys, thanks for being here. Halo didn't give me any instructions. Oh boy, they just like threw you to the wolves. Hit the ground running. Mine's Super Mario World. I was like, insane? Did we have the very same first game? But I'm super good at it now. That's awesome. Look at you. That's true. Like when you are determined to overcome something in a game, you just keep going back for more and more. That's how I felt on some of the Final Fantasy games I played. I love Halo. That's right. But insane. The Halo that you were playing was a different kind of Halo, right? Because there's like Halo, like the main game, because it's like a story, and then there's like Halo, a shooter game. Well, my husband threw me to wolves because it was his account. Oh man, Halo Infinite. Okay, so yeah, I was talking with Mrs. Blazing Fire the other night, and she was playing Fortnite, and it was on her husband's account, and I guess he's like higher level, and so she was just getting demolished by all these other players. I like Halo Infinite. Yeah, I've never played any of the Halos. It's my life. What's going on with my life? Should I play Halo? Do I want to play Halo? I don't know. I think, I'm sure you all have seen Flynn on the daycare Discord. I think she also plays Halo Infinite. Halo Reach is my fave. Halo 3 is my favorite, but Halo 2 was a classic for online play. Y'all, I was a GameCube kid. She does. Okay. Yeah, I was like, I think I was just watching her play Halo Infinite this morning. I don't know, y'all. Sometimes I catch people and all the days blend together, so I say this morning, and it could have been like last week. I saw her play earlier today. Okay. Man. It was busy with work today, too. Work and running errands. I've never lived anywhere where you take your own stuff to like the dump and recycling. Like we could pay to have the trash service, but it's wild out here in the country. I'm gonna have to start wearing a bonnet. Protect my precious my precious head. Wow, this place sure looks different. What do you think happened, Miriam? Oh, she's still out. She's unconscious. Miriam, are you okay? Okay, but the trash service out there sucks, butthole. Okay, well that's good to know. I'm my own trash service, so I don't suck. I hate the power lock in reach. I hated it so much. I have no idea what these things mean, but I feel your hatred insane. You hated it so much. Miriam, are you okay? Obviously not. Sorry, I'm here just playing this game. Heather, play your game. So, tomorrow, when you're streaming Magic the Gathering and I'm asking you a million questions, I'm nervous to stream it tomorrow because I suck dick. Heather. I feel like I could say so many things right now about your last message, but I'm always laughing with you. Well, you said it, girlfriend, not me. I said it on purpose. Well, Heather, I'm sure. No. Mm-mm. We'll be there to cheer you on for whatever you choose to stream. Obviously not. Everything sucks right now. Miriam is saying it sucks too, Heather, but she's just saying everything sucks. You don't even know what you want to say. I was just like, do I go there? It is 10:39 p.m. on the East Coast. It's after hours. I'm trying to remember what all I was saying when we were playing Phasmo. Well, I can carry you, Miriam. Oh, we're gonna carry our... Look, we are carrying our friend. Okay, but where are we going? Which way? Red Light District. It is the Red Light District here in North Carolina. Okay, I'll give that to you. It does suck. Aw, so precious. This game is so precious, y'all. Even though this is the Red Light District now. Okay, well that was not the way to go. Let me just slowly carry my friend. Red Light District. Isn't there a Red Light Special song? Am I just making things up in my mind? I don't see you singing and dancing. Well, honey, you missed it earlier. You missed the singing and dancing and twirling. Right now it's serious drama. Our friend just got zapped by the hero, Roxanne. Sing and dance and twirl for us. I can do this, like shimmy type thing. Isn't it funny? Miriam? You're always carrying me around on your broom. Oh, you know what? We want to see too. But now I'm carrying you. Heh. Okay, once I get a wireless headset, then I can twirl in my chair. But if I twirl right now, it's gonna like rip something out of the thing. Resubbed, you gotta do it. I gotta do what? I gotta do what? There was no... Nope, take your headset off. What do you want me to twirl in this chair? Is that what you want? Is that what you're wanting to see? Is it sing and dance and twirl? It's my character singing and dancing and twirling. I gotta go get my karaoke mic. Nope, you. I told you about my karaoke mic, right? You gotta do it. Okay, Heather. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Okay, let me go pee-pee first. And then I'll come back and sing and dance and twirl. The people want to see it. Okay, let me just go pee first, because I was gonna take a break anyway. Because I've been trying to take a break every hour for like healthy movement. And also I've been drinking a lot of pee. Oh, I've been drinking a lot of pee. I've been drinking a lot of water. No pee. I'll be right back. BRB. Okay, I'm back. I'm trying to think of like, maybe this will be the best view. Can you see? Oh, I should maybe put out this candle so I don't fall into this table. And I can't hear anything because I have my... Well, I'm going to take my headset off. Heather, are you back? Are you there? Are you playing Magic? This is for you, Heather. You can see? Okay. Yes, I'm here. Okay. Oh my god. Well, you can't... I have to be in this tiny corner. What else do you want me to sing? I was singing like the bard. That's who I'm going as for Halloween this year. But also I can twirl in this chair. Oh my god, my knees. I have no space in here. Sing Celine Dion. Every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you. That is how I know you. Go on. Far across the distance and spaces between us, you have come to show you. Go on. Near, far, wherever you are, I believe that the heart does go on. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh man, you guys are cracking me up. Thank you. No, I do have a karaoke microphone that you can it plays like your cell phone, so you can find a karaoke song.
Daddy, watch me twirl. Daddy!
I was clapping, Alex. You said clap, so I clapped. Aw, thank you for those bands. Routine karaoke. Yeah. So my friends in Seattle and I and my husband, we would usually karaoke on the weekend nights, like around a bonfire. Thank you. And so when we left Seattle, they gifted me a karaoke mic. But Aachen, thank you so much for those bits. That is so nice. That's a lot. Thank you so much. But yeah, that's some of the things I like to do. And you know what? I don't know about you guys, but why is it so like weird to like sing for people? Like it's such a why does it feel so uncomfortable? I mean, I felt uncomfortable. But thank you for sticking around. Enjoy the clips and the bits. Thank you. I think nobody's ever clipped anything before, so thank you for that. I would totally, oh my gosh, I would totally do a karaoke stream. Oh, Lawyer, thank you so much. So that was perfect. Yes, thank you for clipping that. And thank you guys so much for the bits. Yeah, so I have tried to do It's All Coming Back to Me Now. Heather, I played that on your stream the other day. I song requested that, I think, yesterday. And that song is a vocal marathon. I love that song so much. Silver Shadow, Insane, maybe you'll know. I had a boombox on my bed, and so I had cassettes, and so I love your song requests. I didn't know it until I heard it. Oh yeah. I mean, it's such a good song. I also, that Juice Newton song, that's my workshop karaoke song right now, so I like to have a few new songs. My go-to probably karaoke song is Werewolves of London by Warren Zevon. It's a very strange, like, niche song. But that was always my go-to karaoke song, and then I've been spreading my wings a bit. Do you guys ever go out and sing karaoke? I haven't been out to sing karaoke since before COVID, actually. Yeah. We had just moved to Seattle. Amp Alex, you sing karaoke? What's your go-to? Everybody, if you have a go-to karaoke song, or you're gonna have a go-to karaoke song, put it in the chat so we can talk about it. We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship, zooming through. We're going on a trip on our favorite rocket ship, zooming through the sky. Not in forever, but I'm hanging on your butt. Now I feel invigorated singing. We did a lot of karaoke on Thursday when I was in law school. That's so awesome to have that tradition and those memories. I can't even imagine what it was like to get through law school. There's a bar in Hickory that does a community karaoke night, and I've never laughed so much. I'm going to have to look that up, Aachen. Yeah, I don't think there's anywhere here in Morganton that does... I just said where I lived, but. And one of my songs is Journey Separate Ways, Worlds Apart. Damn, Amp Alex, that is a vocal, like, that's a lot. That's a lot of work. It's one of the things I cherished. Do, 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 do. Won't desert you. Go our separate ways. Yeah, I don't know it that well, but I know what song that is. Man, karaoke is like one of those things. Okay, I have to tell you guys this story. So last August we went to Iceland, and we were leaving on Saturday morning, and then on Thursday night there was karaoke at the one queer bar in all of Reykjavik. So we're like, we have to go to the karaoke at this queer bar. And it was this like tiny bar, but it was like 3 levels, and we got there early. Thank goodness we did. My favorite song is anything Post Malone. That's right, you have Post Malone sound alerts. There's one song by Post Malone that I did like. I don't know much of his music. Anyway, at this bar, we got there early. I signed up to sing karaoke. And because I was the first one to sign up, they gave me a shot, like a free like alcohol shot. So I get up and I sing. So my other karaoke song was Daytona Sand by Orville Peck. I'll type that in the chat. Daytona Sand by Orville Peck. Check him out. I love that song so much. And I was like, yeah, this is a great time. Little did I know, I've been to the Post Malone Raising Cane's. I don't know what that means. Is that a concert? Oh, Post Malone, is it a restaurant? Did you know that Post Malone is really good at Apex? No, I didn't know that. No, I don't know all these Post Malone facts. Anyway, everybody in Iceland takes karaoke very seriously. And we watched Eurovision while we were there, and then I understood. I was like, oh, these people have been singing and they take lessons all their lives in like the hopes of performing on Eurovision. I was really glad I went early because everybody else was just like blowing it out of the water, like professional, like, I was like, is this The Voice? And I was like, I need that chair that I like hit the button and I spin around. But it was a very tiny bar, and if I spun around, it probably would have knocked our table over. So, good thing I didn't. He also loves Dungeons and Dragons. I just got into Dungeons and Dragons for my first time last year. I'd always wanted to, but I never found a group. And then my work colleague, he was like, hey, you can join my group with my wife and a couple of our friends. And I had a great time. It was so much fun. We drank a lot of wine and ate a lot of pizza. And it was, yeah, one of my favorite things. Yeah, I still want to see the Dungeons and Dragons movie. Going back to the screen. Thank you all for your generosity and for being here and for listening to me sing My Heart Will Go On. I'm sure if you're a child of the 90s. Oh my god. And do you remember, so the radio station in Wichita, they're like, and for the 88th day in a row, Southampton from the Titanic soundtrack is the #1 request. That was a good movie. You know what, I think I was talking to your husband about it. Yes, and he plays magic. Okay, so Heather, if Post Malone goes missing, we know he's been captured by Heather. He's been enchanted by Heather with her magic cards. Heather, I'll start tweeting at Post Malone. Come on my friend Heather's stream. Play magic. I swear my cats keep opening and closing doors, or we have ghosts, or maybe both. It wouldn't surprise me if we had ghosts. This house was built in like 1942. What face? Yeah, no. I don't think there's ghosts in here. I've already smudged the place, saged it, cleansed it. Have my Yankee candle going in the background. My mom's house is a ghost. I swear I hate sleeping there. Silver Shadow, I want to come stay at your mom's house. For A year and a half, I had a podcast. My friend and I watched paranormal documentaries, and we would dissect them and make fun of them. Did you lay down a crucifix somewhere? No, but I have some salt out. I was accidentally dropped my salt. I've never seen anything, but I've always felt like something watching. Let me come find it. When my wife was younger in her old house, she talked to the former owner of the house. The thing was, she died in the house. Ooh, insane. I just got chills reading that. And my brothers confirmed when we were older. I never told anyone. Wow. Could be a wraith, though. Oh, that's true. Or what were the 5,000 different ghosts we were encountering, Aachen and Heather, and Phasmophobia? I can't even remember. It's like, who came up with all these? I thought it was crazy, but they had the same experience. Ooh, I love the turn that this chat has taken into the paranormal. She sometimes has night terrors. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Never have I experienced anything paranormal in my life. In me life. I don't know why I was reading that like a pirate. I haven't either, Aunt Alex. I mean, I've had some like things happen that I was like, oh, that's a weird coincidence. Like, I was reading something and then I heard it mentioned on a podcast. Or like tonight with Moby Dick and Matilda. I'm supposed to watch Matilda again, according to Silver Shadow. But no, like when I was a kid, my favorite question to ask adults was, do you believe in aliens and ghosts? I was like walking around with my reporter microphone. Excuse me, do you believe in aliens and ghosts? But so I'm terrified of E.T., the movie E.T., and most just the puppet E.T., because my grandparents have lots of farmland out in Kansas, like lots of cornfields, wheat fields, and E.T., like that part where he's like running through the field, always scared the poop out of me. And so whenever we'd go out to stay at my grandparents' house, sometimes we'd leave like after my dad got off work, and so it'd be dark, and it was like a 45 minute to an hour drive, and I'd be like looking at the stars and like, maybe there's aliens. I had a Bozo doll that I left on the floor. I was last to leave house, and we all came back, and Bozo was sitting in the toilet. I hate dolls and Bozo. Oh my god. Yokai, Poltergeist, Onryo. The first movie that ever scared the shit out of me was Leprechaun with Jennifer Aniston. Thank you for specifying that Jennifer Aniston was in it. Thank you for that. Insane. Did anybody like say why the Bozo doll was on the toilet? Like he had to take a dump? Poo poo pee pee? I don't like Chucky. I love porcelain dolls. I collect them. I used to have them all staring at my bed, protecting me. See, I had a music box Harlequin doll that my grandpa gave me, and all my friends were like, that is so creepy, and I was like, no, it's not. You're just fucking weird. I had to go first to bathroom. Everyone thought it was creepy, but I found it comforting. No. Okay, like my little Harlequin doll, like, had some symbols, and she had like a little music box. She was really sweet. I still think about her and like what happened to her. My stepmom has those too. I don't think that's creepy. You know what I think is creepy? On the Nextdoor app when I was living in Seattle, someone posted, like, in our neighborhood, is anybody missing their jar of adult teeth? Someone was like walking in our neighborhood, and next to the sidewalk was like a jar that was filled with teeth, like human teeth. So, I mean, that's kind of creepy to me. But I guess maybe the tooth fairy lost her load. I don't know. I have no idea. I saw some weird things in Seattle, things I've never seen before. My husband would never sleep if I had them up now. Oh my gosh, Aachen, for like April Fools, you should do, okay, for April Fools, you should wait till he falls asleep. And then while he's sleeping, set them all up, so then when he wakes up in the morning, they're there watching him. Sounds like a fortune to redeem, if you ask me. Yeah, I could have put them all under my pillow. Actually, I didn't find them. I'm assuming this person reported them to the police. I don't know. The police probably have been like, that's the least of our worries here. Take your jar of teeth and go. Please don't kill the man. Yeah. So we're carrying our friend. It's harder than it looks. I'm still reading their chat too. I've been having such great conversation. I have a huge one that's on our dresser, but he has it turned towards the wall because he thinks it's creepy. Well, it's almost more creepy that it has to stare at the wall. They're just gonna make it angry. I won't kill him. Insane. I was also like, Akin, what if you put like a little radio or walkie-talkie underneath the doll? He's like in the bedroom by himself, and you could be like, I see you. Have you guys seen the doll one from X-Files? That one was creepy, scary too. Chinga, the one that was like co-written by Stephen King with Scully, and she's up in that town vacationing, and the doll's causing the people to kill themselves. Insane, is that the one? Yes, yeah. I love that episode so much. It cracks me up. But I also love that it was like mostly about Scully. I so want to do something like that, Runner. I think you should. Don't tell him I suggested it though. That one. Insane, did that one cracks you up? Yeah. I don't know. Most of the X-Files made me laugh. I started watching it when I was really young. Probably too young. I remember like the first episode I saw was the one with the guy that can squeeze through the vents. So I was probably 6 or 7 when that came out. Oh, there's dialogue. Even in the midst of this crisis, I can't believe you came here. Is your passion for war so deep? Oh, spare me. X-Files got funnier in later seasons. It did. You came too? Okay. Don't act like you're better than us. Hold on a second. Is this dialogue gonna keep going? I love X-Files a lot. Not as much as I love Buffy, but X-Files was another one of my formative. I'm actually working on some Sims 4 stuff with some X-Files and Scooby-Doo, some other characters. It's really strange sounding, but I have a Mulder and Scully Barbie and Ken. I have a Daphne Barbie. Calling myself out with my Barbies, but I also have the X-Files. My brother got me like the complete series, including the later seasons on Blu-ray, and I have the movies too. It's like comfort, like it's just nostalgic for me. Okay, so there's all these dead monsters. We're carrying our friend down this hill. It's cool. And I didn't hate Agent Doggett. So like after David Duchovny left for a while, and they had, what's his name? John Patrick. The actor that was Terminator 2, he played John Doggett. Robert Patrick, that was his name. I liked Agent Doggett. I thought he was like, because Scully was like now the believer one, and he was still more the skeptic. I enjoyed that switcheroo. We thought there would be more of you. We have our hands full. There's an outbreak of giant monsters. Maybe you noticed. It is our burden as well. Okay, now I have little Einsteins like playing in my head. 5, 4. I don't even know if that's the tune. It's like blurry in my mind thinking about Celine Dion and the X-Files theme song. Oh, back to scarier, weird stuff. I had a dream that my stepdad tore up my stuffed teddy bear right up the middle. Next day, he tore up my stuffed teddy bear. So you had like a premonition. But if I don't stream tomorrow, you'll all know why. I don't know. So yeah, insane. That sounds like a premonition. Well, that's a really sad premonition, and I'm sorry that that happened to you. Have you had any other premonition dreams? Oh, she can fly on a carpet? Oh yeah, I guess she's a witch. Striking us during a disaster like this. Barbarians. No, we came because we knew you would. We're in a lot of trouble right now. The last thing we need is a bunch of lunatic witches attacking us too. Wait! Stop fighting. What's going on? Boss, where did you come from? Have you had a dream where I get rich? Exactly. We want to know. Have you had a dream where all of us just like spontaneously win the lottery without even playing? I had one where my teacher was absent the next day, but that's not scary. I don't know. I mean, I think it's still cool that I was trying to think if I've had any dreams that have been like premonitions or no. Also, where did you come from? You shouldn't be out here. I love your panels. Thanks, Aachen. Thank you so much. I just edited the schedule panel yesterday. Okay, so Insane's gonna dream all of us rich. Thanks, Insane. You are truly a dream come true for making that happen for all of us. So yeah, I'm gonna be out most of next week. One of my best friends is coming in on Tuesday morning and staying through Saturday evening. So I'm gonna be away from keyboard. So yeah, I'm trying to hold myself to more of a schedule. I've been streaming at different times of the day, but I'm a night owl, so I feel like the night calls to me. But I might still do some afternoon streams if I can get done with work early enough. No best friend stream? She doesn't know I stream. It's my secret. No, I mean, she doesn't play games that much. I think the last time we gamed together, she was playing with my husband. They were playing like the Lara Croft, it's the multiplayer one that you can play. I was about to comment on your schedule and then realized it was just for 1 week. Oh, yeah. I was, oh, shh, you rebel. No. Okay, shh, you rebel. Yeah, no, so I was inspired by Flynn's schedule because she does it for like each week. So I was like, well, I'm going to be away, so I can easily fill out that schedule. But yeah, I might be streaming with my brother tomorrow, tentatively. I don't know if he's still here in the chat. He's off work tomorrow, so he and his wife are going to come visit, and he's wanting to play this game that we had as kids. So, hey babes, dropping in for a second to let you know I desperately needed that mental break, and I feel so much better. Thank you. Oh, Mrs. Blazing Fire, thanks so much for dropping in and saying hello, and I hope your evening is going well. You know what, Alex, you've been here so much. I'm just giving you, like I said, I give shout outs. Everybody check each other out. Mrs. Blazing Fire, I hope your night's going okay. Last night, yes, I'm so glad that you took the time last night to read. All good, but I am no streamer. Well, thanks for your support, though. I appreciate you in more ways than one. Oh. Well, thank you. It's mutual. You all are so much fun for me to talk to. Mrs. Blazing Fire, I don't know if you were here earlier, but I sang some Celine. Excuse me, but my sister did hound me on doing. Yeah, please do. I followed you, Amp Alex, so when you stream, I will be there, hopefully. Barring all disaster, barring my internet going down. But yeah, I'd love to catch your stream. I've checked out your about you page. So I will do my best to announce if I do. For sure. I enjoy being here. Good. I'm glad that you're here. I enjoy having you here. Yeah, I saw you. I saw your picture on your page. Is that a bad thing? Are you in witness protection? I usually stalk everybody that comes into that isn't me. Who is it? So we don't know what you look like. I found that somewhere on the internet. Wait, what? Are we getting catfished? I just joined in. I've taken some NyQuil, so I'm sorry if I randomly disappeared. Don't, honey, take your rest, take your NyQuil, relax, kick back. We're just visiting, chatting. When did my hubby subscribe to you? Akin, he subscribed the first night I made affiliate. When you all were stopping by and I was playing World of Horror and we were just chatting. Just kidding. Oh, okay. Alex, I'm glad you're just kidding. Yeah, I was like, I assumed that was you. Oh, thank you so much for the subscription with Prime. Thank you, thank you. That means a lot. I know that those are for a month because I have the Prime subscription and I like usually keep it with someone and then stay with a while and then move it on. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you're here. Thank you. Wait, really? I should have done it then. Yeah, Akin, so he did it, and then you were like, wait, I have ads because I think you said you had ads because he took the Prime subscription. Yeah, Amp Alex, I saw you, and I was like, oh, that's a nice picture. I was thinking I should take a real picture for mine, and no. Oh, yeah. I can see, like, I remember these weird little details. But yeah, you know, you guys were there for my first stream as, like, after I got the affiliate invitation, and we were talking about anything and everything, and oh yeah, and your husband kept redeeming the hydrate thing, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so much to drink. Mom brain. Exactly. If you have any questions about the recent past...
Sure, Jan.
That was a perfect redeem. Yeah, I gave you your first bits. You did. You did. Yes, you did. I remember now. It's all coming back. Oh God, Celine. Yep, I remember that. It meant a lot to me because, yeah, I was like, oh wow, I've never done this before. Everything's so new. Everything is still very new to me. I got you back from the other night. You did, you did. You shouldn't, okay, I'm gonna read some of this. You shouldn't be out here. Hey, aren't you that peasant? You would. I gotta add in some more toot noises. Silver Shadow has the most. Yeah. That's how I was feeling earlier today. All the toots. I love the toots. Oh, so I told Silver Shadow the story. I can't remember if I told you all the story. This is a story about my friend. This is a story about a girl named Lucky. I run the toot section of the crowd in the stream. But I told Silver Shadow the story about my friend who she tooted a lot. They weren't allowed to say fart in her house. It was a bad word. But she invited me to some kind of like evening Sunday school type thing, and we were standing in a circle praying at the end, and she farted, and then she lied to Jesus and to the youth group and said that she was zipping up her Bible case. And that's what it was. Exactly. That's what it was. And I was like, you just lied to Jesus. Every lie is another brick in the pathway to hell. That's a quote from the movie Dick, starring Kirsten Dunst and Michelle Williams. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. In Jesus' house. She lied in Jesus' house. I was like... Yeah, I was like, I don't know how anyone's going to believe you, but if it makes you feel better, sure, zip up your Bible. Zip it up real hard. My daughter will tell the whole world, haha, mama, I farted. She's 7. I farted. I mean, farts are funny. I mean, that's what I need to do You know, when I'm like, today, when I was like trying to put groceries away and nothing was like, things were falling down and the cats were in things, I should have just played some fart noises to make myself laugh. Farted and lied. Farted and lied. You heard it here first. Farters rise. Farted and lied. Silver Shadow, I feel like that's a t-shirt or like a button we should make. Farted and lied. Farted and lied live. This king is really rude. Aren't you that peasant that I threw in jail? Wait, what is that one? Black Lives Matter. Oh, FB Catch. Casey Fist. Every time I always scroll over every emoji. I'm gonna make Bible cases that say it. Yes. Oh my gosh, I wish I had my old Bible tote to show you. So the real reason I went to this Bible thing was because my neighbor, so she was my neighbor, my friend, and her mom like was pretty crafty, and so she made her daughter and this other girl in our neighborhood Bible totes that were like this pink material. These Bible totes were like pink material with white hearts, and they had their names in cursive on them in puffy paint. And so I wanted one so badly, so I went to church. And I was like, I don't want this for my Bible. I want it as my purse. And so I'm going to put some bricks in it and hit people in the kneecaps in the neighborhood. Bible 2. Yep, Queen of Farting. I couldn't help myself, it slipped. So that was how I got roped into going to church, was for the free Bible tote with puffy paint, my name in puffy paint, on this pink thing with white hearts. And I'm pretty sure there's a picture of me with it somewhere. It's okay, you're sick. Fart away. Fart away. Let it go. You know this hooligan? They colluded against me with my daughter. My daughter who perished in your kingdom. We had nothing to do with that. But you turned the hero against us with those lies, leaving us alone against these monsters. How dare you speak to me? Let me snooze this. How dare you speak to me of lies? You people love your filthy animals so much. Perhaps you deserve to live with monsters. So you did set them loose on us. How dare you? Only a villain like you would think of doing such a thing. You think we're the villains? Lady, you better take a look in the mirror. Oh shit. Sis, you better look in the mirror. The bitter gay here. to go to bed, but I want to stay up in too. Oh, sleep well, Silver Shadow. Thanks for coming and hanging out. I hope you have a great Friday. Thanks for hanging out as always. I love it when you're here. That's your exit. Sashay away. Sashay away to bed. But yes, sweet dreams. Thanks for coming. Like I said, it's always great seeing you. Yes, have last day of work tomorrow of my damn job that laid me off. What are you gonna do? Do you have to show up for your last day? But thanks for cheering me up. Of course. Like I said, message me on Discord. I'm here to listen if you need to vent or rant or ramble. I have to get my check, okay? Just drive through the whole building, get your check, and be like, bye. So yeah, but thank you for everything. Good night, everyone. We'll see you later. I'll talk to you soon. You spoke with the voice of all the people in our 2 kingdoms. How is that possible? More importantly, do you really think singing some cheesy song, telling us the war is pointless, with the voice of the people, or whatever, changes anything? Because let me tell you, yeah, it kinda did. I mean, I knew the war was hurting us, but I didn't realize how much. I thought it was good for everyone in the long run. You would. You would. Thank you. Thank you for that. But I guess, in their hearts, nobody really wants it. Hearing their voices moved me. We failed those who needed us, especially in this moment of crisis. Definitely having ice cream before bed. Wait, which ice cream did you have the other night? We were talking about ice cream. I just bought some chocolate chip cookie dough today. Tell me about your ice cream. We can't afford to uphold this conflict. There must be another way to settle our differences. And maybe a Dutch oven when my wife doesn't expect it. Oh my god. Still. The Oreo. That's right. Oreo. Oreo ice cream. Because I was like, that reminded me of McFlurry. Your poor wife. Dutch oven. That is cruel. Yes. Yes. Wait, where's Miriam? Yeah, I love the Oreo McFlurries, the mini McFlurries, but man, Dutch oven. Every time I think of someone Dutch ovening someone, I'm like, surely they saw it coming. Miriam, I'm over here. Miriam, you can walk. Barely. I just kind of hobbled over here. I thought I was good to go again, but I'm not. Listen, Lort. I don't think I'm gonna make it with you from here. What? I'm in no condition to fight you. And I don't know if you noticed, but things are getting bad. Bad? The spirit world just collapsed. Monsters are spreading everywhere. It's dangerous. The next nexus point will be the hardest yet. I don't think I can do it. And I'm worried about my grandma. I need to go home and rest. Oh. That's okay. I will do it myself. Oh. You aren't upset? Well, yeah, a little bit. I wish you could come. But you're right. You need to rest. And I need to keep going because we have to save the world, no matter what. Oh my goodness. Precious. I'm really gonna miss you, Miriam. Yeah. Me too. Arg. I feel so useless. I came all this way, and in the end I couldn't make it. That stupid hero is probably right. I really am a loser. Miriam! That's not even close. You're so much more than that. You can do a million things I can't. And even if you couldn't, you'd be special anyway. Aw. Gross. Hey, do you two need help? No, yes. We need to fly. Sure thing. Anywhere you want to go, we'll take ya. It's the least we can do. Anywhere, huh? Where we going, girls? I'll be okay, Miriam. I think. Okay. Good luck on your magical adventure. I'm going home. Tell your grandma I said hi. Yeah. Hop on when you're ready. I wonder what Safi will think, seeing me come home like this. I don't think she'd ever be disappointed in me, or at least she'd never show it. Why would she be disappointed? Because I failed. That's why. Witches. Yes, did you know? Akin, I don't know if you knew there are witches in this game. So we just found a whole city or kingdom of witches. And so our friend Miriam with the cyan hair is a witch. And so she was hoping she'd fit in with this whole kingdom of witches. Her grandma's also a witch. I love witches. That's why. No way! Without you, we never would have made it this far. She'll be proud. I think I remembered that, but I can't remember. Crap. It's all good. If you ever have any questions about the story, or, yeah, any part of this game, let me know. I'm happy to try to answer. I remember when you got hit by the hero's lightning. I had no idea how bad it actually hurt. I was guilting you for not helping more. And for moping around so long. Sorry. It's okay. Do you really think you're gonna make it without me? I don't know if you're ready for what's ahead. Mount Icor is really deadly, and now monsters are spreading everywhere. And you'll probably see the hero again too. I'm worried about you. If it gets really scary, don't push it, okay? Well, I'll try. But we have to do whatever it takes, right? I wish we didn't. Okay, seriously, goodbye. Get out of here before I change my mind. Okay, we can't talk. Oh, can't talk to Miriam anymore. Lee? Humph. Maybe your little song did channel the voice of our people, but it didn't speak for me. The witches are still a dangerous threat to us. We cannot just ease our guard against them, but they're just normal people. I think these people are jealous that they're not witches, because honestly, I would be jealous if I lived somewhere and there was this whole group of people that could fly and do magic. Besides, deep down in your heart, wouldn't it be better if you didn't fight? No. Really? No. Really? No. You sure? No. But no. What it? No. How about no? No. 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 Well, alright, I see your point. Maybe yes. We have enough problems as it is. This is a cruel, cruel world we live in. Threats from every side. We aren't prepared to deal with monsters like this. You and your witch friend posed a huge threat to our kingdom. How the hero came to trust you is beyond me. But today, you have helped us a great deal, I suppose. So I will not attempt to capture you and take you back to prison, as I previously planned to. Unless I ever see you again. Farewell, ruffian. Yeah, so, sorry I threw you in jail. Wait, no I'm not. You were really rude that one time. This is all a huge relief. Well, kind of. We aren't fighting Chandesh, for now. But now there are giant monsters everywhere. We're not really better off. I always knew you were probably good. My Quinn seems really relaxed around you. Just kidding. He's always relaxed. He's just a big furry lump. You are good, though. Probably. Thanks, sis. Queen. After all this time, I did not realize how deeply the war was hurting me. And my people, too. Hala, wherever she may be now, I wonder if she can see this. I wonder if she is proud of her foolish old mother. Oh, it's so sad. There is so much pain we must heal. Our kingdoms have suffered long together. I worry I won't see us restored in my remaining lifetime. But I suppose that is my punishment for using my life to wage this war when I could have worked to end it. I hope my daughters will live to see a better world. Okay. Just wanted to make sure there's no one else to talk to before we hop on our friend's broom and fly away. Miriam, did you have anything else to say? No? Okay. You know me, exhaust every dialogue option. Okay, we carried Miriam down this hill. Okay. Lady? Hee Okay, here we go. Here we go! That was my Princess Peach. Okay, I got to go now. Got work in the morning, but I think I might take a personal day tomorrow. Not sure. But great streaming, great talking to everyone. Have a great night. And saying thank you so much for being here. It's so great to talk to you. Hopefully I'll catch another one of your streams soon. Hope you sleep well. Hope you have a great Friday. I will see you soon. And if I don't, have a great Memorial Day weekend. Enjoy your time. Bye. And you too. Thanks. Jalapeno. Fossilies. Fossilize. Act 6. The Beast at Ichor Mountain. Okay, this is it. Oh. That was easy. Amiria made such a big deal out of it. She's so silly sometimes. Well, I guess this isn't exactly it. You need to get to the top of the mountain, right? Right? But I can't fly that high up. There's crazy winds and storms, so you need to do the rest on foot. I got you pretty far, though. Almost doesn't count. Also, I'm really worried about Chandesh. All those monsters went loose. Vivian can't fight them alone, you know? So if something happened to me, well, I just really want to get back. I understand. Thank you, Sandra. Yeah. Okay. Good luck. What a team player, Sandra. I feel like this might be a good time. We made it to a new act. This might be a good place to end for me as well tonight. It's after 11:30. I'm having so much fun though. Oh, wait, what's that? That's the beast. We can teleport? She's a Power Ranger? Let's twirl up this mountain. Here's the twirling. It's this game, I just want to keep going. I guess there's nobody here in this. Oop, well, let me just bounce on their bed. Wow, that's rude. Okay, I'm going to end this here. We're going to raid out to somebody. Let me see who's around. Let's see. Oh, my friend Marco is playing music. Let's go say hi to Marco. Marco plays violin to music requests, so let's go raid him. And you guys will love him. He's awesome. And it's very chill and beautiful. And yeah, we'll go visit him. So everybody, thank you so much for being here. Have a great rest of your night and week or weekend. Good night, Mrs. Blazing Fire. Sleep well. Everybody, thanks for being here. Like I said, I will be back tomorrow sometime, maybe with my brother. But I appreciate you being here and appreciate you all for the subs, the bits, the conversation. I had a really great time talking with all of you. So thanks so much, and we will go visit Marco, and I will see you all later.